There are some people in the waiting room. Okay. Now, I will speak for a minute in Greek and then to explain how it will go, and then I will switch to English. Αυτό το οποίο θα κάνουμε σήμερα είναι, εγώ με τον κύριο Elio D'Anna θα μιλήσουμε στα αγγλικά και στα σχόλια θα βλέπετε τα κύρια σημεία της συζήτησής μας στα ελληνικά. Η Εύη θα παίρνει σημειώσεις και στα ελληνικά θα κρατάει τα κύρια σημεία της συζήτησής μας. Επίσης, κάτι άλλο το οποίο θα γίνει είναι το ότι όταν εγώ κρίνω το ότι υπάρχει κάτι το οποίο θα ήθελα να τονιστεί καλά, μπορεί να σταματώ τη ροή της συζήτησης και να μιλάω και εγώ λίγο ελληνικά. Αλλά θα ήθελα όσο μπορώ να κρατήσω τη ροή και να δώσω το spotlight στον καλεσμένο μας. Okay. Όλο το μάθημα σήμερα ούτως ή άλλως μετά θα υπάρχει με ελληνικούς υπότιτλους, οπότε ό,τι δεν πιάσετε θα το πάρετε και θα το καταλάβετε στο χρόνο σας φούλη στα ελληνικά. Αυτό που μας ζήτησε ο καλεσμένος μας είναι να βλέπει τα πρόσωπά σας. So our guest, the only thing that he asked is to see your faces. Okay? And every time that somebody wants to ask a question, to see who is asking the question. Okay? Αυτό λοιπόν το οποίο είναι για εκείνον σημαντικό για να νιώσει καλοδεχούμενος είναι αυτό. Για να μπορέσει να δώσει το φως του και να συνδεθεί και με το δικό σας φως, ζήτησε αυτό. Εντάξει. Εγώ από τη μεριά μου θέλω να σας ευχαριστήσω πάρα πολύ που μπορούμε να κάνουμε τέτοια πράγματα μαζί. Είναι μεγάλη μου χαρά και μεγάλη μου τιμή. And before we go to give the spotlight to Mr. Elio D'Anna, I would like first to share a small video that will give us a small taste of what we are going to talk about later. Okay? While you share the video, you just read the comments, it's gonna be in Greek. Θα δούμε το βίντεο και θα δείτε τα σχόλια, θα είναι στα ελληνικά. Okay. Και πάμε να ξεκινήσουμε. Let's start.
Economy is a way of thinking. The economy is the reflection of our way of thinking and feeling, of our convictions and of our system of values. As long as the human race remains a conflictual species, as long as human reason remains ill, divided between the eternal antagonisms of poverty and wealth, good and evil, pain and pleasure, fear and love, war, poverty, crime and pain will continue to be the great founding pillars of the world's economy. Thinking is destiny. With our way of thinking and feeling, we have charted our destiny thus far. We have created an economy of disease, an economy of war, an economy of poverty, an economy based on the industry of death. The old humanity knows only how to gain profit from division, from misfortunes, from the friction between opposites. We've set in motion enormous machines like wars, genocides, and poverty because they are the only known drive to achieve higher levels of progress and economic prosperity. Unconsciously, but periodically, humanity sets in motion a destructive mechanism in order to move forward. It knows no other way. It's time for a new way of thinking, of feeling. The economy of the future, the economy of prosperity, will be created by men that love, by dreamers, men who know that poverty and crime are just illness of being, that in order to fight and win poverty in the world, we must render bountiful our intelligence, nurture and elevate our being. The individual must be overturned. It's time for an individual revolution, a a revolution of being. Free at last from negative emotions, from doubt, from fear. Here, we have the power to change the future, to change the history and destiny of countries, to erase the historic poverty of entire civilizations and lead eras of war and fear towards justice, peace, and prosperity.
The economy of peace. At first, I would like to ask the students to write in the chat how they felt watching this video. Να γράψετε στο chat πώς νιώσατε βλέποντας αυτό το βίντεο. I would like to ask them how they felt watching this video because it felt as if you wrote it this week, but you haven't written it this week because of the current world events. So I would like to keep the economy of peace in contrast to the economy of war. And my question is, how can we talk about prosperity and economy when there are people at war right now in different places in the planet? What do you have to say about the war?
Yeah. We have to understand that the previous revolutions tried to change the destiny of humanity, and they all failed. And also the last one, the microelectronic, will fail, because we really believe that the world around us is the world of causes, and we fail to understand that the outer world is just a consequence of our inner being. It's just a projection of what we think and feel. Then our inner being is the world of causes. This is my view of whatever is happening in the world. And only you yourself, not the crowd. All the revolutions of masses failed, and it was just a disaster. We have to understand that the only one that can change the world is you yourself. Then you see the slightest change within yourself, in your being, will move mountains in the world of events and circumstances. You have to project yourself like a giant and understand that the world is just reflecting what you are. This is the motto of our school, the European School of Economics. Visibilia ex invisibilibus means this is Latin. It means that whatever you see and touch is coming from within, from your invisibility. And we all just mix and mingle with the masses, with the crowds, believing that we can understand or we can lean on someone or something, believing that from outside we can have all the help and all the what we need for our own lives. But that is a misunderstanding. And the only way that you can change the outer world, all conflicts and wars and poverty, you have to understand that you yourself are the very core of all that happens in what we call reality. Then if you are able to turn towards yourself, you will see that your way of being will change the entire, reality. And this is, it sounds egoistic and uncompassionate, but this is, after many attempts that I tried to change the outer reality, I arrived to the point that the only change is within yourself, and you have to understand that all comes from within, and the outer world is just a reflection, it's just mirroring of what you are. Then all my philosophy, let's say, all my theories and principles are dedicated to the individual and not to the masses.